Alright, there's a few ways this could play out here. Example, it's totally me. So you're saying the murder was you? What was going on? Why would I say something strange as that? Maybe that the knockout drugs are still in effect? Judge Shang, officer, please allow me to restate my case. This matter of so grave importance is not to be trifled with. Totally me. Totally me. Shen is the killer. Shen is the killer. Lord, this punk is just rambling nonsense. He's just stalling now. My opinion, we ought to take him back to the court and punish him. I have been quite lenient with you, yet everything you have said has been utterly illogical. You leave me no choice but to detain you according to the regulations. Life in prison. Shen Chengping underwent severe torture in the court and spent the rest of his life in prison. Failed! Now... you scroll over to the right. You see the chicken? Judge Shang, I know who the murderer is. Oh? Then tell me who it is. Murderer is not a human, but the black chicken in the yard. Are you serious? Don't believe me? Let's interrogate this black chicken. The hyper-realistic chicken did it. Interrogate this black chicken? Okay, then. You go ahead and question it. Black chicken, come clean. Did you kill Lope? Fine, you're still trying to deny it. Watch Slag expose you. This room looks like a secret chamber, but in reality it's just your sleight of hand. The air vent on the door is your escape route to and from the crime scene. Last night you flew in by the air vent, claws clutching a dagger, wings spread in the air. In a flash you stabbed Lope in the back with a dagger. After committing the crime, as the sun rose, you flew out via the air vent while clucking. Your intention was to create an alibi for pretending to have been on duty all this time. You're asking about motive. Motive? Lope was so busy and riding all day, neglecting your food and leaving you hungry. You harbored resentment and wanted revenge. Judge Chang, the criminal black chicken has confessed. Since the confession has been made, then taken into custody. What? Yes, Lord. I will arrest these two scoundrels right now. Why are you arresting us? That black chicken is the murderer. Judge Chang, a fool was just joking. Accusing a chicken. A fool accused a chicken of the murder. Eventually, Shen Chengping, a fool and the chicken, got jailed together. And the chicken! Oh, no! The chicken is not guilty, Your Honor. Now, let's just check on her. There's one we missed in here. This actually give us... want to put your sexy shirt on. Alright. Brush shoulder. Not essential. Lord, I think he can't come up with anything and is simply stalling for time. Suggest we take him back to the courthouse for interrogation first. Mr. Shen, I have given you more than enough chances. Our time waits for no one. Come with us to the court. Both imprisoned. Shen Chengping and a fool were identified as the murderer and accomplice, respectively, leading both to imprisonment. Failed! Right. think that covers everything for Chapter 1. So, come back and see if we can get at Chapter 2. Now, there's 2 achievements we can show off in this chapter. We can show off that I already got in my main playthrough. First one was the charcoal letter. When we were first investigating Pi Cheng's house, we found the notepad, covered the whole thing in charcoal, and we got the achievement Meticulous Task. I think in the part after this, when we're waiting in the courtyard, we talked to the dog enough. The dog shuns Chen. Shuns Shen. And we get the achievement Aloof Canine. And we also got this achievement at the end, when we were investigating the past list. It's really up there just for our boy Joe here. Now, what are we doing here? I'm gonna get this wrong. Objection to your statements to the evidence. What is this? Shen, are you mistaken? I didn't see any connection between this piece of evidence and what Mr. Cho said. Please allow me a moment to think. You're making s'mores, sir. You got steam buns? Wait. Box of steam buns is the evidence. Mr. Shen, what do you mean? Young Heir, an errand runner, I didn't know she was husband. Well, not two. That's right. I indeed would deliver steam buns. Oh shit. I actually didn't get this right. Use delivery as an excuse to... No, I didn't get this right because we haven't seen this dialogue before. He used delivery as an excuse to enter the house and commit murder for money, didn't he? This... Shen, I just heard you mention steamed buns and I thought you were as hungry as I am. Please allow me a moment to think. Well, we know that. Steamed hams. Give me the steam. Shen, all you said doesn't seem to prove that Mr. Cho's words are wrong. Why don't we follow the method of old Officer Ma and put young Heir to torture? Judge, this... Anyway, it is our duty to solve crimes. It's an exception to allow you to question in the court. I've decided. You shall leave right now. Gore's confession. Oh boy. Able to withstand torture, young Heir confessed to murder, leading to a hasty closure of the case. Failed! No justice was done here. Here we can actually get an achievement. Guard soldier made a mistake. It's likely that the guard soldier Chen made a mistake. However, Shen, I distinctly remember what the soldier said. I arrived there around noon and first went to post the notice on the wall around 15 minutes. Then I proceeded to come here to seal the door and stand guard. Shall we call Soldier Chen to have a face-to-face confrontation and clarify the situation? Please allow me a moment to think. Alright, Mr. Shen, you just mentioned this point earlier. Shall we call Soldier Chen to have a face-to-face confrontation and clarify the situation? Please allow me a moment to think. Okay. And that gives us... Confident Detective. Now, we can get an ending here if we suspect Lo Shiwen. Indeed, Lo Shiwen is a significant suspect. Yes. Just now in the prison cell, he even mentioned his motive for the murder. But I still can't figure out how he managed to do it. What do you mean by that? The problem lies in the time of death. Based on the initial assessment, Miss Liu was killed sometime around midnight. Should have been busy dealing with the crime scene at Lo Pei's house. I'm gonna go through this, but... You know about this? Anti-Vu. Stood in the steam corner. Analyzing the time of death in front of her, so that bringing coal to Newcastle. Mart halfway, please, don't flatter me. Best girl, Auntie Vu. We missed you. I am indeed curious to know what is Mr. Shen's basis for his judgment. Okay, rigor mortis. Ignorant layman. We know about rigor mortis. Rigor mortis. His body temperature measured. Pupils observed. Did rigor mortis fade, perhaps after pressure? Also, the body's state changes aren't isolated. Environmental factors considered. 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock. Ah. Chalk Brazier Tooth. Okay, I was incorrect. Choice is here. Indeed, as Officer Moss said, murder is likely Lo Shi Wen. Appears that Mr. Shen and I think alike. However, there is one thing I still can't figure out. Why did Heir go to the crime scene to take away the murder weapon and clean up footprints? Of course, it was Lo Shi Wen who instructed him to do it. But why did Lo Shi Wen? The question is entirely trivial and insignificant. As long as we inflict torture on both of them. Ah, yes, the universal solution. The truth will soon be revealed. Okay, let's follow what Officer Moss said and proceed accordingly. Truth in this case has finally been revealed. Expected miscarriage of justice. Even though the murderer confessed, Shen Chungping's doubts remained unresolved. Failed! Someone else. Skip ahead. Got it. Whatever it should be. It's obviously me. I think the murderer should be me. Huh? Are you going to surrender? Oh, it's just a slip of the tongue. The courtroom, there is no place for child's play. Mr. Shen, I see that you are not quite yourself. Are you feeling unwell? Please allow me a moment to think. Alright, no need for that, Ben. Officer Ma's analysis does sound quite reasonable to me. I think this should be the truth of the case, then. Though Shi Wen could endure the torture and died violently in prison, resulting in a rushed closure of the case. Failed! Now, should be... the kid! This is the real murderer. Mr. Shen, I wonder what your reasons are for suspecting him. I don't know what to think. Force Mr. Shen catching the killer. Failed! Take a drink every time we see that screen. And I yell failed. Hammer! The dog did it. The one who killed Miss Liu should be. Might have gotten this ending already. Yellow dog named Hammer in the courtyard. Haha, can a dog kill a person? I understand now. Although Hammer himself cannot commit a crime directly, people can use him to carry it out. Mr. Shen, what do you think? There are indeed records in the book about a demon dog killing people in England. The book happens to be the Hound of the Baskervilles. That's right, if a British dog can do it, a Chinese-ruled dog can definitely do it too. But Hammer can only bite humans. How could he strangle a person to death? He bit a rod-like object such as a bone and pressed it hard against Miss Liu's neck. It'd form a rod-like mark, and the dog's 2 canine teeth would create 2 vertical marks. And if Hammer could really kill someone like that, how did the body end up inside the wardrobe? Because there is another real murderer who used Hammer to commit the crime. Judge Shang, I have a way to find the real murderer. Please bring Hammer into the court. The real murderer and the person who fed the bun to Hammer must be the same person. Observing who Hammer is close to, we can determine who the murderer is. Alright, then bring Hammer here. Oh, unfortunately Hammer is now friends with a Fu. Huh? Hammer, you're coming to the wrong place. Why are you here with me? Quickly go find the person who fed you the bun. That's because the real murderer is you yourself. Your own actions have led to this outcome, and there's nothing I can do. Guards, take them to jail. Misfortune by a dog. Chen jumping in a fool were in prison for accusing a dog. Every night Officer Ma would visit the cell with that dog, taunting them. Failed! I think this is all we have for Chapter 2. So, I'm going to quick double check. No, it's not yet. It's not yet. We will be back momentarily. Alright, we still have the final confrontation with Officer Ma. One possible explanation is steam buns. Shen, is that what you call evidence? Mr. Shen, you might as well give up now. If Officer Ma insists on charging you with false accusation, it's will be hard for me to protect. Today I will not allow this villain to step outside the courtroom. Bloodshed in the courtroom. Fit of rage, Officer Ma swung his sword toward Chen Chongping. Failed! There's the... We do this. True murder weapon is... Again, obviously. This is the true weapon. This item doesn't seem to match the strangulation marks. Aye. Shit, I think you're at your wit's end, aren't you? Just allow me more to think. Reconsider. Lord, baseless accusations and reckless behavior will undermine our authority as officials. Today I must hold him accountable for this false accusation he has made. Well, in that case. Lord, at this point, are you still trying to cover up for him? On, take Shen Chongping and a fool away first. Exiled far away. Chen Chongping was sentenced to exile for false accusations, traveling 1,000 miles under punishment. Failed! Okay, now we're done with Chapter 2. Although I think there might be another achievement to get in the flashback segment. You know what? We're going to sit through and listen to this live on recording. We're going to listen to this whole thing. So, get ready. Here we go. Alright. Yeah. I believe we got credit for that. Ignore the, sudden jump here. Yep, we got it. Melody worth listening to. Very good. I think we can move on to chapter 3 now. Now we should be able to get some stuff early on. Let's go back out here.
Huh?
Chen, what are you looking at? I'm looking at this scenery. I'm not sure why, but no matter how many times I look at this scenery always excites me. Perhaps because it carries dreams of many who wish to industrialize China. Yeah, from learning from foreigners to learning from experience, still a long way to go. Shit, let's hurry on back. After done with the investigations, I want to take a good look at the machinery here. Come along, then. Hey, dream of industry. A scene that stirs the soul. Shen, can you smell that? There's a yummy set of sesame cake in the air. I heard that sesame cake in Yangtze is especially delicious, as well as many other delicacies. I'm feeling hungry all of a sudden. Sesame cake it is. Now next... Hello, Antifu. Fu, what's the matter? Alright, scorch marks on the stairs. Don't know how to approach the stairs. Fu, is this lever used to open the molten steel outlet? That's right, it's a very thoughtful design. How is that so? This lever is really long. You have to stand here to open the outlet shutter. Designed this way to prevent the workers from getting burned. That's right, the molten steel. The furnace can reach a temperature of a staggering 16,000 degrees C. When the shutter is open, the temperature closes. Temperature close by rises rapidly. Most safer to open the furnace from such a distance. Up. Down. Alright. That's outlet shutter inspector. Up. And one more time for good measure. Down. Random bit of information. Slag is mainly composed of oxides of silicon, phosphorus, calcium, sulfur, and other elements. Will float on the surface of the molten steel due to temperature differences. We think of a simple way to explain this to you. Oop. Didn't catch it. That's one of the things I was missing. Slag refers to the material generated during the smelting process that floats above the metal surface, usually composed of mixture of metal oxides and sulfates. Eventually, the state of the slag will be affected by the temperature as well as the content of metallic oxides. Tapping temperature, slag's nearly in a liquid state. Temperature drops to about 12,000, slag in a solid state. It's an important role in the steelmaking process. Only when slag is refined can steel be refined. Simple enough. The oil and pepper floating on top of a red oil hot pot. That actually makes a lot of sense. When Lado's almost full of molten steel, the slag will naturally flow into the slag tank. Phew, that was a very imaginative metaphor. Who is hungry? Someone seems to be hungry. He who is iron becomes steel after ice, missing out on a meal that will never feel nice. That didn't even taste the sweet, delicious sesame cake just so I could accompany you. Would you like to try out the molten steel hot pot in front of you? You're not a Goron. Shen, let's continue investigating the case. Alright, our next spot here is the absolute blind spot prison. It's involved with an absolute blind spot. Absolute blind spot? I believe there's an area on the opposite platform that is the intersection of all blind spots. That is to say that no matter where the ladle stops, provided the position between workers and the ladle is determined, the suspect wouldn't be seen.
Huh?
Where would this absolute blind spot be? It's going to take quite a while to deduce it, though. And if such a spot really exists, it couldn't happen to be right near the outlet. How would you explain Foreman Ting's sudden appearance, then? Once the suspect, or Foreman Ting, leaves this absolute blind spot, they'd be seen, wouldn't they? Allow me to reconsider. Absolute blind spot. This involves an absolute blind spot. Wait, I've already pondered over this situation before. I need to consider other possibilities. What is going on? I clearly know that this is the wrong direction, but I cannot help thinking this way. It's as if I'm hearing a voice coming from deep within. Could it be him? In that case, a detail was overlooked. An absolute blind spot. Chen, are you alright? Mr. Deputy Administrator just asked you a question just now. This is not the time to be thinking about that. I need to solve the case at hand first. I still keep thinking about this. No, I have to solve the case at hand first. Oh, okay, so it actually stops us. Obviously there's no way to avoid the splash of molten steel here. Think again, Detective. It appears that Mr. Shen didn't find anything suspicious from eyewitnesses' testimonies. The woman Ting's suicide note on hand, it appears this matter has been concluded. Your Honor, there's still a few questions points in this case. I need time. Mr. Shen, I cannot give you any more time than I already have. More into Miss Wen's analysis seems to be more reasonable. Sorry for stealing your spotlight, Mr. Detective. But to the suicide note in the scene. No, Mr. Shen. The whole story is clear now, so there's no need to discuss any further. Your Honor, that... Resume production, Deputy Administrator Lee declared Foreman Ting's death as a suicide, leaving the case unresolved. Failed! It's been a shockingly long time in this video since then. Supposedly we could ride the elevator. The patrolman said the elevator was locked at the exit on the second floor. Alright, let's go back then. We're gonna take the elevator? Oh, no, we gotta go back down. Alright. Ah, we took the elevator. Didn't mean to break the rules. Be at ease, old Lee. We're not going to cause you any discomfort. Very good. I believe that old Lee was not the murderer. Let's bribe you. This evidence can prove that old Lee is innocent. Does anyone see the connection? I'm also unable to see the connection. Please think it over again, Mr. Shen. Of course, I shall reconsider. Mr. Shen, it seems you are unable to prove old Lee's innocence. On the contrary, it shows that old Lee is indeed extremely suspicious. Seems like Mr. Shen fumbled around and helped Mr. Lee anyway. Time is of the essence. Let's identify old Lee as the murderer. Your Honor, please reconsider. Detective Mr. Lee, just like a dog getting beaten when a cat stole the food. I've been wronged. Patrolman, seize old Lee and take him away. No. Old Lee was identified as the murderer, awaiting execution after autumn. Failed! It's obviously Shen. Murderer was me. Are you alright, great detective? Are you hearing what's coming out of your mouth? I'm familiar with various MOs and skilled at imitating other people's handwriting. Forging a crime scene and making the deceased appear out of thin air, nothing can trouble me. Double-faced detective was actual killer, brings upon own ruin to complete this thriller. Shen, you don't even know Foreman Ting, and you came here after the incident happened. Your Honor, it looks like he's lost his mind. Someone from my village had this kind of disease. It's really scary. Someone will get hurt. We should tie him up as quickly as possible. Could it be that I hired a lunatic? I was just taking a view from the murderer's perspective. I shall rectify this. We rectify this right away. That's a good one. It's clearly a foo. Murderer was a foo. You can't be joking at a time like this, Mr. Shen. Don't worry, Mr. Deputy Administrator. Shen is just playing a joke on everyone. The way Mr. Shen identified you didn't seem like a joke to me. It does actually seem possible. You're unusually knowledgeable with the steelmaking process. Detective deception sealed everyone's fate. A shame the detection came moments too late. Insistent kills, yet won't confess. Detective is also a heart less. Wait a minute! Shen, please explain that I was with you the entire time. For one moment, I was indeed just joking. Shen, you wasted a lot of time and your reasoning also sounds ridiculous. This matter is not just complicated as it seems. In fact, it's just tink, but it's suicide. Your Honor, this was not a suicide. Don't feel bad. Though you're bad at investigating cases, you're good at telling stories. My friend's gossip tabloid looking for an author. Won't you consider? The case closed to the suicide, and Shen Junping became a source of gossip, tarnishing his reputation. Failed! Lastly, math reasoning on Mr. Shen suspects me. Alright. Debate time. Logical deductions, alright. Clash swords. We're overgeneralizing. Based on only two features, Iron Maiden and sturdiness. No way a complete deduction can be made. I feel the elephant? Wrong. How am I wrong? Not expanding at all. The one is actually overgeneralizing. Uh-oh. We're gonna let this play out a bit. We need to lose. Why don't we let this time out? Typical fallacy of inference. Shen, what do you reckon? What's this? Mr. Shen has nothing more to say. It appears that everything is clear now. False equivalence. Of people and steel is steel. There's complexity of the actions of people. Characteristics that are reflected. Not possibly be compared with steel veils. Of course, not all things, but... Oh, I'm gonna get dunked on. Difference between people and are in endless. All the various features of the murder you've listed. That's just one of the many possibilities, but... find someone as the murderer with only a few possibilities. Isn't that too rash? Deleted. I'll let this time out. If Mr. Chen suspects me, then you must provide concrete evidence. How can you convince anybody if you're just flapping your mouth? Moreover, look, what you're saying doesn't make sense at all. Great detective. Your Honor, please give me some more time. Shen, I told you how costly it is. Each day the furnace is not an operation of fortune will be lost. At present, without any evidence, why would it give you the time of day at such a huge cost? Lee, time is of the essence. Please make your decision as soon as possible. Your two different opinions, but Su Heng's words are more reasonable. I must focus on the bigger picture and resume production as soon as possible. This matter ends now. No further discussion. Seed by Slander. Deputy Minister Lee, deceived by Supervisor Ho's cunning arguments, expelled Shen Junping and Fu from the Ironworks. Failed! Oh, let's just load us back into here. Oh no, it loads us back into here, actually. Check our progress. This should be it for Chapter 2. Master locks. Oh. Curious. See by Slander. Okay, so next up is the boat chapter. Interestingly, we got 2 more endings in the final chapter we didn't get. Probably a bunch of endings in the final chapter. Can't really see how we'd get any endings in chapter 5, Locked Room. We're getting there. We're backtracking. We're backtracking at chapter 1 because I forgot to do this in one shot. There we go, Master Locksmith. We did it. Okay, we're starting off our adventure in chapter 4 with the circuit box. There's a fuse box that's been blown. Okay. John, why not just try to connect the wires? You know, John, just fuck around with it and see what happens. Be careful, Mr. Shen. Alright. Get the fuses reported positive and negative poles without crossing them. The box will be repaired. Okay. Alright. Unfortunately, I have to do it. There we go, Faraday's Heir. Burn Faraday's Heir? Alright, the power's been restored. And that's our first achievement for the chapter that we didn't get before. Moving on. Alright, evidence indicating the time Fu came into the crime scene. I keep thinking this hairpin is extremely important. John, can this hairpin prove the time Fu entered the crime scene? It cannot. I shall reconsider. John, I'm sorry, you were a whisker away from the truth, but now you're at the end of the earth. Joseph, indeed, I must reconsider. Now let's rekindle the flame and light a fire under. Giant ship sinks. Oh, Fu was imprisoned as the murderer, and soon after the Shanghai was sunk due to engine fuel. Jesus. Failed! I didn't think about it too much and went and tried. You all know what happened after. John, is there really a contradiction between these two statements? No, there's not even much connection between the two. Allow me to reconsider. John, I didn't expect your insight to go from bad to worse on its last legs. Joseph, indeed, I must reconsider. Take your time to think, and then let's rekindle the flame and light a fire under it. Another homicide. Despite its efforts, Shen Chongping couldn't uncover the truth. Another murder occurred soon after. Poor L. Failed! I really love that dramatic stinger there. So good. We've already seen this ending, but we'll get it again. It's the Loong King. That person, it was you, Mr. Taeman, the Loong King you worshipped. Also, doesn't Taeman's forward-facing sprite in this instance have an expression that looks like Garfield? The Loong King? It's really the Loong King come to claim lives!
Huh?
Mr. Shen, are you kidding? John, this theory, it's quite intriguing. Please elaborate. At the beginning, we all assumed the murderer was among us. But based on the crime scene, none of us sitting here had the means or the chance to commit the crime. Holmes once said, exclude the impossible. Whatever remains, how improbable is the truth? Indeed, it's the Loong King's wrath. What should we do now? Don't worry, the Loong King is dead. What? The third victim of this case was the Loong King. You mean Hao Chu? Hao Chu's death was due to choking and is unrelated to this case. Tonight there was a victim we all overlooked. Is there someone on the ship that I don't know about? You mean the porpoise, Mr. Shen? Exactly. I understand now. It must be because of that pig ear and snout I offered. A Loong King's spirit enjoyed the offerings, living its true form unprotected, and got hit. Oh, poor porpoise. No, Loong King, its mouth is even twisted from the impact. John, this is stunning. This can't be your actual conclusion, can it? This is the most reasonable conclusion that I can think of. Oh, Mami Tabal. Aya Shidi Hong She. As the Loong King has passed away, may he rest in peace. must go to the bow to chant sutras and perform rites for the Loong King to ensure our safety. Fortunately, Master Wu protected us. I'll go perform rites for Master Wu. And if this ending didn't make you suspicious of L, if that's the case, since that's the case, let's sit back and observe for now. Wu Taiman died during the Loong King's ritual, leading Shen Chungping to abandon his detective career out of guilt. Convenient. L goes away to chant sutras on her own. Taiman goes to chant sutras on his own. Taiman turns up dead. Sus! Failed! We load right back in. And fail. Obviously it's me. That person is me! What? What? Are you saying that you're the murderer, Mr. Shen? John, your sense of humor always cracks me up. It was just a joke. Let us continue. We're gonna run out of health. We're gonna run out of health. Death. 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 John, selecting a suspect is of great importance. You must be more cautious. Joseph, you are correct. Good, let's get back in the saddle and try again. Shen Chungping failed to uncover the culprit, allowing the real culprit to escape. Failed! Really the most mundane of bad endings we've seen, if we're being perfectly honest. Now, I think there's a few things we can do here. First of all, excuse Shen. We're doing this on purpose. The truth is, that person was actually me. What? What? The murderer was you, Mr. Shen? John, your sense of humor always cracks me up. It was just a joke. Let us continue. Alright, that was intentional. The payoff will come eventually, but let's accuse Yin-Chu again. Murder was you, Miss Yin-Chu. Shen Chungping, didn't you just say that my sister wasn't the culprit? John, this conclusion is poles apart, even apples and oranges from your analysis earlier. Allow me to reconsider. Begin achievement. That. Which makes sense, we just deduced that it couldn't have been her, and then we accused her again. Whoopsies, I don't think we'll get a unique game over here, but I mean, we'll try it. Take the hit. I like the little touches that they have here, the various types of deductions. It feels very real instead of this, like, the overly structured court environment of Ace Attorney. Identifying, must be more cautious. Okay, I think this is going to get us open escapes. Alright, failed! Now, if we get this wrong after accusing L, if there's going to be any relation between those two. Mr. Joseph, I think it's best you attend to this matter personally. John's deductive skills steal a march from me. Please, give him another chance. Thank you, Joseph. I shall reconsider. Shipmaster Lo, Mr. Lang Xin, I really didn't kill anyone. Mr. Joseph, would you care to share your thoughts? Mr. Shen has wasted too much time and his reasons couldn't be more far-fetched. Well, how about let's all take a break? It's midnight. I need to worship at the stern of the ship. That's what will keep us all safe. Mr. Wu, if you wish to leave the ship alive, then stay here in silence. Ouch! I can't communicate with you. Time is up. I must hurry off. And then he died. Wu Taiman insisted on praying at the stern and was murdered by the culprit. Failed! We know that Wu Taiman was L's final target, after all. I'm realizing that it's really terrifyingly sad that L was sneaking cola water the whole time, while we know what fucking Watson was putting in the cola water now. which is Opium 2 Electric Boogaloo, to be frank. But anyways, poker cards. John, I'm afraid this piece of evidence cannot prove that L is the murderer. Considering the current situation, we need to be more cautious. Thank you, Joseph. I shall reconsider. Wish they only have to fail twice. John, you have come a long way to reason this far. Your perseverance is admirable. The truth is almost within our grasp. You look pale. Leave the rest to me. Doubting life. Unable to find evidence, Shen Chunping left the investigation to Joseph, beginning to doubt his aptitude for detective work. Failed! And thus the rest of the game never happened. It's the truth. Miss Yinchu, what did Uncle Ling speak to you about? It's almost Elle's birthday, so Uncle Ling prepared a yellow coat skirt as a gift. Embroidered the keys on the skirt himself and was just asking me if they looked like ducks. Oh, a true father and daughter, how did things happen? This is the speaking tube. Old Ling didn't fight it. It's the sad. Perhaps you're going to help resolve the feelings of estrangement in her heart. Don't judge a person before you walk a mile in their shoes. Are you willing to risk it all to put away that deck of poker cards? People may not know, but I know that you really don't care about your inheritance. Maybe I was just scared senseless by what I saw. Actually, when investigating the poker cards, I noticed something else about it was odd. It must be the secret that Yinchu truly wanted to protect. Let things be. Afu, perhaps there are other matters that Miss Yinchu finds hard to disclose. In any case, the matter has come to an end. Thank you for understanding, Mr. Shen. Wink. If you ever visit Shanghai, you're welcome to come watch our show. Of course. Hey! Again, Dr. Fu, let's go to the bow of the ship. We are, in fact, here. And now, here we go. I'm gonna try this once. Alright. If we can get through this without getting hit... I'm completely ignoring the face, because that is a terrifying face. Alright. Yeah! Escape the nightmare. We got it. Now... Do you want to proceed? No, I don't. Proceed? No, I don't. No, I don't. Why dwell on unpleasant memories? That's a painful memory. Is achievement unlocked? I don't. Alright. And the next series of achievements are in the police station deduction in Chapter 5. So we'll move on. There is actually an ending we can get here. If we fail this segment. This station's got plenty on its plate, waiting for me to sort it out. Now wrap it up. If you're sticking to the murder angle, I ain't wasted my time entertaining your chat. If you doubt the suicide conclusion, you need to find some suitable points to doubt at least. Allow me a moment to think again. Listen up. My patience ain't exactly overflowing. Your pointless deductions are draining the last ounces of my patience. Sign it or bugger off right now. Lost direction. Shen Chunping did believe his brother committed suicide but couldn't find evidence to refute the police's conclusion. Failed! This is a small thing here. After the killer had an accomplice, while the police were investigating the crime scene, the accomplice secretly locked the windows. At that time, it was only Joseph and me in the room. So who do you think is the accomplice, Cody or Joseph? If the police are accomplices, then reasoning is pointless. Indeed, the authenticity of any evidence would be in question. reasonable approach would be to... I won't make this assumption unless there is clear evidence to prove that. Let's start over from the beginning, then. So we do get an achievement for exploring every possibility in this brainstorming session. So we're going to work our way through that. Oh, hey. Interestingly, the achievement just popped for me. Right here. If I do this, slide in the door... Maybe because I already did this in a previous path. So I guess once you have skippability options for it, you get it. Let's see, where is it? Exhaustive exploration. Yes. I like the brainstorm segment, and I hope they find a way to do it again. Because it's actually pretty cool. It's a pretty cool logic path, and you have to sit down and work your way through it. But for now, we'll move on to the next achievement we can get in here. I don't know if I have this achievement already, but using the phonograph here, almost got a paper reel, and candles, stool, phonograph. Look at this phonograph. There it is, Eyes of Truth. That's how it is. Could return the key. Alright. Interestingly, candle change direction. Reading the phonograph. Did we skip a step here by including the phonograph? I feel like we legitimately... Oh, okay, I see why that's an achievement then. I think before... we had on the most Morse code machine, and then we decided that the trajectory didn't work. Then we deduced it was the phonograph. Oh, that's actually kind of neat. That's actually really neat. Let me look at this achievement here. Eyes of Truth. That is neat. Alright. Let's move onward. Think there's one more to get in this chapter? There's not actually one more to get in this chapter, so we'll move on to chapter 6. You can actually piss this guy off. Officer, Shen wears glasses. I'm really worried that he might be the victim. Please, let me go in and have a look, or at least tell me who the victim is. This is a crime scene. I'm a police officer, not your informant. Get it through your head and stay away from here. I can't leave. Shen's life is at stake. I must find out what happened to him. Are you deaf? Disappear immediately. Don't dig your own grave. Officer, I beg you to please help me. Allow me to go in and take a look. I promise not to say anything, just to have a look and leave. Shen never disappears without a word. He must be in trouble. Which newspaper are you from? I'm not a journalist. I'm a food detective assistant of Shen Chunping. Give me a break. I've seen so many tabloid journalists. You're the most resilient one. Oh, you should still leave. Don't make it difficult for me. Officer, Oh, you're not done yet. No, I came here to find my friend. Spare me the nonsense. Go find him in prison. Oop. Afu in prison was released, but never found Shen Chunping's whereabouts. Failed. Well, damn. You still hear the crying in the background. We're gonna take the tram. We're gonna take the tram a lot. Great. Thank you, Koshin. Watch the tram car, please. Whee! Alright. Go to the theater. Whee! Go to the police station. Oh, we're gonna go right back here. Go to the hotel. Go to the theater. Dang dang! Dang dang bus is so cool. Take 6 different dang dang trips. And right back here. I'm gonna go to the police station. So we need to be there. They need to be there anyway. Alright, I think we can move on from this part. I have shown you the, That's a dog. Good dog. I've shown you the 2 stealth achievements already, so we're not gonna be doing those again. Let's move on. What should this have seen? Goshin. Well, it should have also seen me. Quick Thinker achievement. Did you also go to the crime scene that night? That night I was nearby searching for news. If the witness could see Mr. Shen, she should also be able to see me. If the witness didn't see me, then she wasn't careful enough. Her testimony can't be trusted. Miss Wen mentioned going nearby for news that night. Where did you go and who did you interview? Without proof of Miss Wen's presence in the vicinity, her testimony cannot be trusted. Wait, the key issue is not who appeared near the foreign goods store. It is who else besides the defendant entered the crime scene that matters. I almost got misled by you all. Defense counsel, I ask you, did you enter the crime scene that night? Let me think again. Nice try, Koshin. Any viewpoint? I didn't ever realize we had the characters tab here. Afu. Actually, for friendship's sake, everything was done by me. The reason why Shen looked pale was that he saw me as the murderer, so he panicked and left. The reason he went to the Lyceum Theater was also to help me dispose of the gun. Let Shen go and arrest me instead. The police had already investigated and confirmed that you were at the hotel that evening. Counsel Su Fuxing, you are contemptuous of the court and should be punished accordingly. Yes. I think we can... Alright, my turn to take the blame. Koshin has worked with Jahon before, and she is willing to stand in court to defend him. This is enough to demonstrate that Shen's character is recognized. Absurd, this cannot be considered evidence. Defense counsel, think carefully before speaking. It seems that the 2 defense counsels aren't able to identify any issues. What's your opinion, Judge Herman? Continuing on will only be a waste of time. Judge Kwan, please make a decision. I believe that the defendant is guilty. Please bring the defendant to the court. Is it going to end like this? Afu, we've done our best. There's no need to be too upset. Your evidence is limited. It's not easy to have come this far. After the verdict to the sentencing, I'll help John fight for using British law for judgment. No need. The settlement is part of the king's territory, and since I've been found guilty, why shall I be adjudged according to foreign laws? Compared to the king law, the sentence will be much lighter under British law. I'm willing to accept punishment according to the king law. That's the one I always struggle with. Alright, that's settled. I believe Judge Herman has no objections. Court adjourned. Chen, Afu, no need to blame yourself. You've done your best. Chen Jungbing was convicted and awaited execution after autumn. Failed! Cat here. Oh, that face her sprite makes when the cat shows up. Maybe Koshin. Could this be the Mr. Ginger that Cece's looking for? Orange clothes, white gloves, big wide eyes, pointed ears, long tail. Fits the description perfectly. Kitty, Mr. Ginger, can I shake your paw? See, Mr. Ginger doesn't like people. Mr. Ginger seems to be not intentionally avoiding people, but rather injured. Meow. Frostbitten. Alright. Cat. What a cute little kitty. Really pet him again. Meow. Pet the cat. That soft and cushiony paw. Meow. Pet the cat again. Wow, this place is so cute. Can I touch it? Meow. Ah. Koshin, are you okay? I'm fine. It seems you can't touch a cat just anywhere. Yep. It hit the nope zone. Hit the nope zone. You know the zone on the cat. Cat has the nope zone, and the zone that triggers the indomitable claw that entraps you and never releases you ever again. We can move on now. Just a thought here. We present the gun here. The key evidence is the pistol itself. The victim's own fingerprints are found in the magazine. And why aren't there any on the grip or other parts of the gun? Oh, right. Indicates that someone wiped off their fingerprints on the gun. Hey, you. So what? Doesn't change the fact that the defendant had contact with the gun. I can prove besides Shen and the victim, there's the third person who touched this gun. What do you say? The person who wiped off the fingerprints from the gun definitely wasn't Shen. He had no reason to remove the victim's fingerprints, but not his own. As for the victim, of course, he didn't have a chance to wipe them off. No, it's possible the victim himself wiped off the fingerprints. Huh? Guns need regular cleaning and maintenance. The victim, he was the owner of the pistol. Oh, I don't have a gun, so I didn't know that detail. That's not right. The victim regularly maintains his gun. Why would there be fingerprints left on the magazine? Because the magazine is inside the pistol. As an expert in firearms, Officer Wu sometimes forgets to check for fingerprints on the magazine. It's reasonable to assume the victim also forgot to wipe the magazine. Even Mr. Joseph's scenario is possible, it's just one of many possibilities. It's not contradictory to a Fu's statement. But Fu's assertion is also just one of many possibilities. If you want the court to consider this assertion, you must fulfill the burden of proof. Ooh, that gets all knowledge and burden of proof. A legal obligation of the party to provide evidence to the court during the trial process to prove the validity of their claims or assertions. It can broadly be summarized as whoever asserts who proves evidence. Rules of evidence is the general principle of allocating the burden of proof. Whoever asserts who provides evidence. So no matter what we say, we can't escape Mr. Joseph's control. Once again, completely suppressed by him. We must not be discouraged. There must be something wrong somewhere. Hey, he didn't penalize us. Got another fun one here. Meow. I can't quite remember. Who is Mr. Ginger? Cat's Claws achievement. Mr. Ginger is the cat of the prosecutor's family. We fought Mr. Ginger in the wine cellar, and he was also present at the scene that day. Now are you suggesting this cat is the culprit? I mean, Bloodshed would be interesting for a cat to play with. Mr. Ginger tends to use his claws to play, right? So there might be claw marks, perhaps? Fu, are you serious? Well, Mr. Ginger is just a cat. Isn't he quite clever? It's not entirely impossible. Tiny cat, mighty act, firing gun, a fearsome fact. I'll think about it some more. Oh, all speculation with no logical basis. I continue to indulge your nonsense. It would be just a waste of everyone's time. I believe this case has already been determined. Yep, guilty. Failed! There's two endings we can get here. First, we're gonna run out of health. It's me! Defense counsel, are you saying that you framed Mr. Shen yourself? I was just scratching my chin. Fu, now is not the time for jokes. I need to think again. Fu, the identification of the suspect is very important, so we should be more cautious. Shen, you're right. I might have been too nervous during the last trial, and now I find it hard to think clearly. It's okay. I'll start over from the beginning. Oh shit. Failed! I skipped through that. Let's load back into that. I clicked accidentally. We're gonna go back and read this. Chen Chengping didn't catch the mastermind. No. Sing. No, we didn't identify Sing here. Death at the hotel. Fu failed to uncover the truth. Shen Chengping was acquitted, but days later they were found dead in a hotel room. Jesus. Alright, the other option here. Herman. What? You think the person framing Mr. Shen is Judge Herman? Judge Herman looks particularly serious, and I feel he has some sort of grudge against Shen. Nonsense. Judge Herman, Deputy Consul General of Britain in Shanghai, why would he stoop to frame Shen? Charmin, this youngster is just spouting nonsense. Please don't take it to heart. Gosh, drag the defense counsel Fu Sing out of the court and punish him with 50 hits. Judge, stop. Fu only spoke without thinking. He did not intend to slander deliberately. I'm doing this for his own good. Anyone who obstructs will be punished together. Oh, Jesus. Shen Zhengping joined a Fu in punishment. Exhausted Shen Zhengping collapsed, leaving a Fu to seek the mastermind behind the scenes. Failed! Oh, I forgot the one last thing we need to do. Excuse Shen. Are you suggesting that I framed myself? I pointed impulsively in the heat of the moment and made a mistake. I need to think again. Alright. It's going to pay off very soon. We're on the final chapter now. Alright. This will pay off, I promise. We've already seen this ending, but... Could Shen be the murderer? Fu, don't joke around. How can we still think Mr. Shen is the murderer? Right, what am I doing? Let me think again. As both of you are so hesitant and undecided, I believe there's no need to wait any longer. Judge Quan, since Singh has already confessed, shall we conclude today's proceedings? Yes, I think so. Please detain Singh in the police station and lift the blockade of the mixed court. Innocent until proven guilty. And Singh gets released. Soon released due to insufficient evidence. Convenient. Failed! We've seen this one already, but we're gonna let that bygones be bygones. In respect to the truth I tirelessly pursued would turn out like this. The world is full of troubles. Why not let go of the unresolved and focus on what lies ahead? Most important things to look forward. Ordinary life, and Shen became a school teacher by the look of it. An ordinary life. Failed! Alright. Yeah, finally gonna pay off. Detective sacrifice. We've accused Shen every possible chance we got. It's certainly not me. I need to focus and think again. John, I know you and Brian have a deep bond, and I understand your current feelings. But for a long period of time before Brian's tragic death, he was in a very poor mental state. His diary also showed signs of suicidal tendencies. The end, everything's meaningless. Meaningless! Oh, is this not an ending? No, sorry, this is an ending, but I forgot about... No, it's not like that. Please accept our condolences. You have already had the truth. Didn't catch the mastermind. Singh and Ting Sang were arrested. Soon after, Ting Sang escaped and Singh was released. Failed! We have to accuse Watson. I got this one in my normal playthrough. We just pick wrong. I understand the formula for fingerprint testing. If someone has tried to produce soda based on this formula, there'd be fingerprints left on it. Sure, I hope you find that person soon. Shen Zhengping's misjudgment allowed Watson to gracefully leave the court, boosting the sales of Watson Cola water after the trial. Failed! Drat. This should be the final ending. Something doesn't feel right. I think it through again. One more person. Don't feel right. Fu, tell me. Brian, tell me. Me, tell me. Judge Quan, it's getting late. Please detain Singh and Ting Sang in the police station and lift the blockade of the mixed court. Shall we conclude today's proceedings? Understood. Judge Quan, you must ensure justice for us. The crimes committed by the British. Judge Ehrman has consular jurisdiction. I can't help. Vanished from the earth. That's all endings. Watson left the court gracefully. Soon after, all Chinese involved in the trial mysteriously disappeared. Oh, God. Jesus, failed! One thing I might be missing here. The building looks grand. What's it used for? This is the mixed court, mainly handling cases involving different nationalities. It includes cases involving sailors, business disputes, vessel detentions, and more. Is it specifically established for foreigners? Mixed court can provide judgments for people of different nationalities. It's also an important place for me to gather news. Aha. Mid-19th century, the mixed court was formed within the concessions of China due to the establishment of consular jurisdiction, formation of mixed Chinese and foreign communities, and dissatisfaction with Chinese government jurisdiction. It's a collaborative institution where consuls from the concession countries and Chinese officials jointly handled cases. The mixed court applied both Chinese and Western legal systems, but in terms of fairness, both Chinese and foreign officials are more concerned about safeguarding their respective interests. The mixed court showed some progress in reducing physical punishment, abolishing corporal punishment, and allowing defense lawyers. Ah, very nice. So we got one more. Yeah, we got one more here. Alright. Is this going to be the bit we're missing? The Bessemer converter we originally had can't remove phosphorus effectively, so we spent a large sum of money to import the Siemens Martin furnace from Germany. Ah. There's our stuff. Bessemer converter is a steelmaking furnace named after its inventor, Henry Bessemer. The steelmaking process derived from it is known as the Bessemer process, which laid the foundation of modern steelmaking workmanship and marked the evolution of early industrial revolution from the Iron Age to the Steel Age. Ever since this craft used acidic materials as furnace walls was unable to effectively remove phosphorus, sulfur, and other impurities in steel, so it gradually faded out from history. How did I miss this dialogue? It's only natural that we treat industrial prosperity as our duty. No more questions. Alright, we're gonna go back to the main menu now and enjoy our success. Look at all our endings. The ending arts are really lovely in their own right. All our achievements, 47 out of 47. And it's Sage. Act of Sacrifice. Oh, yeah, that's that one. Oh, not even one final one, but that's okay. Shine upon arrival. Darn right she does shine. And our glossary. 100%. 100%. We've 100%ed this game. Alright. Until the DLC case comes out, so until then.